Okay, it's 7:02, so why don't we get started? This is the MS in Data Science Information Systems information session for prospective candidates for the fall semester, which starts on August 25th. We will ask you that if you have questions about this program or about the presentation, we encourage you to use the Q&A function on your screen. If you have technical issues, then use the chat function. So what normally happens here is I'm just going to run through these slides really quickly so that we can devote most of our time to the most important part, which is answering your questions. So on the left, you'll see Ana Machado, who's with us on the call today. She's she basically runs the administrative part of the whole program, is your academic advisor, or as I tell students, she's your new best friend. We have Jason Breyer, who's a professor in the program, and the old guy on the right is me. And also joining us today is Altin Halilai, who has joined the program working in the undergraduate degree. So very quickly, our mission and value prop, we help you earn the credentials and acquire the knowledge and skills for an exciting career in data science. We offer very advanced programming instruction at a very reasonable price. And because of that, we feel it's one of the best investments you can make in yourself. We have very reasonable requirements for acceptance. And our tagline is, we offer an online program so that you can sort of advance your career without interrupting it. We've been very fortunate to get a lot of market recognition for our program by Fortune magazine, as well as many others. And we're really starting to be recognized as one of the leading programs nationwide. This is just gives you sort of an idea of the salary levels and growth for both what was called individual contributors, data scientists with various levels of experience, and then at the manager level with various levels of direct reports. But you can see the salary levels as well as the compensation increases have been fairly strong over the past few years. Who we are is your instructors are leading professionals in their field. They teach not because they do it for the money, they do it because they love to teach, and so they're good at it. And for those of you who want to look more into the background of some of these instructors, you can find it on that website listed in the slide below. In terms of what we teach, you can bucket in basically 4 categories: data acquisition, management, and programming, applied math and statistics, modeling, and then dissemination. And our various courses touch upon 1 or 4 of these areas. How we teach is we offer a mix of synchronous and asynchronous interaction. Most of it is asynchronous because it's online, but we do feature weekly video conference lectures, or what we call meetups. Our focus of most of the course is more on project work and work samples that you can embed in your CV. We foster teamwork and collaboration, and many of the courses have their own Slack sites. And the technology we use probably most will be CUNY First, which is the student information system, Blackboard, which is still currently our learning management system, SPS email, of course, for communicating, and then Facebook and LinkedIn for networking, job postings, and what have you. The critical success factors online, most of you are probably new to online education in a higher ed environment. The online courses are similar to classroom-based courses in terms of the content and the assignments and the learning objectives, but the how is different. It's a reliance really more on communications and self-driven learning. It's self-paced, but within 15-week periods. The challenges is self-discipline. We encourage you to be your own advocate. You get the benefit of instructors who are, in the current field now using industry best practice tools, but they get busy. And so you have to sort of, advocate for yourself. And the profile of successful online students is they're motivated, they're curious, they're, interact with people virtually. And probably the most important is they're good at time management. In terms of admissions requirements, we require a bachelor's degree. We say we want a GPA of 3.0 or better, but we're fairly flexible about that. We look for the transcripts, a personal statement, resume, 2 letters of recommendation. We have a challenge test to see, kind of measure your competency in math and R and SQL. And the deadline is completely wrong because that's December 8th. And it really should be some other date, which you will find out in the next slide. Sorry, not this. So it's a 30 credit course curriculum. There are 7 required courses and then 3 electives. It's changed a bit. We hope to change it by the fall. But so this is the sort of the new credit. This will require machine learning and big data as a required course rather than an elective. And here you have the application deadline. So priority deadline is April 6th. So if you get your application in here, you don't have to pay the application fee. So that's a pretty good reason to submit your application early. There are these bridge workshops based on your performance on the challenge exam. If we feel that you need a bit brushing up, we will offer 3 different 3-week free workshops to help you prepare. And those go from July 9th to July 29th. And then I think, as I said, the classes start on August 25th. The courses in blue are the required courses. And then you have to take all of those. And then you can take 3 of any of the other courses that are in dotted lines. And now we come to the important part, which is questions and answers. So
I'm going to start can we start at the top? So it's asking, do I have to pay? And is there financial aid? So I think it's financial aid questions need to go to the financial aid office, right? I'm not, and the cost, I can't remember the exact dollar amount, the cost per credit, but it was on one of your slides, Arthur. So
it's $470.
there you go.
I'm gonna type the email for financial services.
Oh, but what's my understanding though is all students pay the in-state tuition, right? Regardless of where you
that
live.
changed between in-state and out of
Oh,
state.
it changed. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, now
it's
out of state is different.
Okay.
right. So it's 470 per credit. Out of state is 565.
Gotcha.
I'm an undergrad looking for a math major with concentration in data science. How would I tackle and begin my journey? Well, if you have a math major with a concentration in data science, it sounds like you'd be pretty well prepared for our program.
Yeah.
For those of you who do not have that sort of experience, we do recommend certain MOOCs, massively open online courses, which you can enroll for free. These are a few of the courses that we would recommend you take if you don't have such a background.
We also offer bridge workshops in math, and our programming 3-week bridge workshop. If you're coming in for the fall, it's in the summer. That is also an opportunity to brush up on some of those skills.
The future opportunities to join this program. Well, I mean, enroll in the program, yeah. So this is just for the fall semester. Obviously, we have enrollment both in the fall and also for spring semester. If we are an application in review, when will we know if we're accepted or not? Ooh.
Hopefully by next week.
Well, no. He's an application in review.
Yes, he's still to be reviewed, and
Yeah,
I think,
but they might be conditionally accepted.
yes, they might be conditionally accepted or fully accepted, and hopefully we will have that answer by next
Right,
week.
but yeah, but if you're far enough along to have the application review, you should know within the next couple of weeks.
Mhm.
Can you please report the cost of credit? Happy to do that. Should have memorized that, didn't. So it's $470 per credit if you're in state, $565 if you're out of state.
I'm gonna post the link on the answer
Okay, good idea.
chat.
How does tuition work since Fast on Tap doesn't pay for this? We have to pay all the tuition up front.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a tuition plan. You can speak with the Office of the Bursar, and they have different payment plans and options. You don't have to pay for the whole thing on one bulk payment. You can do a payment plan and pay it throughout the semester.
And how many classes do they take per semester? Most of our students are working full-time, so they tend to take 2 classes per semester, which is, you know, the idea is to not overwhelm you, but to, you know, get you at a pace so that you finish up within 2 or 3 years. Are you accepting students from physics background? We would love to have students from a physics background. What is the estimated amount of tuition that your students pay?
Well, if you're in state, 470 times
Yeah,
30.
times 2. Yeah. Okay, all right.
I guess.
Admin fee.
So I guess it's 14. Yeah.
Do you accept students from outside the US? I'm in Canada. Yes. We love Canadians. Actually, I would say about 10 to 15% of our students are non-US based on any given semester.
Yes.
I applied to a franchise position. Again, if you've already finished your application, you should find out in the next couple of weeks. You go into detail about each of the required classes, sort of topics. Well,
So Eric, this is I'm going to type an answer. I'm going to put the link to the course.
oh, the 606 course?
Well, I could do that too, but I just put a link to the page that has the
all right.
program, and each of those has a course description.
Great.
I'll put it in the chat as well.
Okay. And that should give you a pretty good overview of the different courses.
If you want an idea of like I teach 606, which is generally a course you take in your first semester. This is the course website for this semester. So we're, currently in progress, but it changes a little bit semester to semester, but you can kind of see what's going on this semester. Oh, okay, that went away.
That 643 current topics course, can we use that for leveraging a model on top of GPT-4? Well, actually, that's funny because I've been talking to a few people about a current topics course that would be foundation models, of which GPT-4 would be such a model. The short answer is yes, we can, but we haven't developed that course yet. And special topics course needs to be approved by the curriculum committee. So I can say that's a possibility, and we're currently working on something like that, but I can't say that for sure that you'd be able to do it within this time frame. So
But if that's an interest, I and another colleague have done the 661, the independent study with students,
Yeah.
which is a possibility. We, like last semester, did one. We had 5 students. We worked together, putting together an R package and a framework for benchmarking predictive models that we hope to publish probably this summer. The previous semester, we had students working on a variety of topics, 2 of which were doing things related to natural language processing techniques. So, there might be opportunities if you're an ambitious student and willing to take those. Independent studies require a bit more, as the title suggests, independence, and we typically meet once a week, and we serve as sort of advisors, and I'll teach like intermediate topics here and there on things. So ChatGPT is so new, and it's evolving so very quickly. But yeah, I personally am super interested in natural language processing in a host of ways and relate to my research. So, yeah. So if somebody who wants to be eager, I would be happy to work with them.
Do these credits also cover what we need for our school to graduate? Yeah. I'm not sure I understand the question. But yeah, these are academic credit courses, so yeah, they would. What is this?
We're an accredited institution, so
Yeah. What is the student to faculty ratio? I have no idea.
But we have 25 students per section per classroom, if that helps.
Yeah, okay. If accepted, what opportunities will we have to meet and collaborate with our cohort at NA? Jason, why don't you take that one?
Oh, thanks.
You get the hard ones. Yeah.
No, that's good. So a couple of years ago, I think a lot of my colleagues, we tend to use Slack now as sort of the communication in between. So we have synchronous meetings. For me, I have a class every Wednesday night, and most students attend, and I suggest most students attend, but of course the recordings are available. So of course that's one place. So Slack is a great place, and we have a Slack that kind of spans semesters. So speaking to students who go through, generally those in 606 and 607, which are the 2 courses you take in the beginning, you'll start to get to know each other. And as you move through the program together, that tends to be the way, and you can share other ways of communicating if you will. But I know that Slack is an important way. We may be experimenting, if you're in the New York City area, of occasionally having some in-person meetups. So there are opportunities, even though it's an online program. We want to build relationships if we can, or facilitate that as best we can.
We also have a Facebook group and
Oh, yeah, of course,
group
LinkedIn.
where you can
Yep.
interact if you wish to.
Do you have to have a basis in R, SQL, and Python before you start? Well, that's a tricky question. It certainly helps. It certainly helps to have some type of programming background. If you check out those MOOCs at the very end of this presentation, I would recommend you do that if you don't feel comfortable about just basic programming or basic math. It certainly would be helpful, but it's not mandatory.
606, I assume very minimal R knowledge. I assume you have it installed already, but I think Andy in 607 has maybe a little bit more expectations. If you know basic programming structures, you know what an if statement is, you know what a loop is, you know how to do assignments, that kind of stuff, you'd probably be okay. And then first semester is going to be very R heavy. Python will come into place in your second semester when you get to either 602 or what's the other one? 605. Is that right?
Yeah.
Those might be more Python based.
Will there be office hours? Yeah, there's a office hour or class lecture once 1 hour a week, but you're also, your instructors are available to be reached to set up, conference calls or private calls with you.
Yeah, I was meeting with a student just 2 hours ago. And you'll see, I try to keep my meetups to an hour, but if you look at the recordings, you'll see many of them are 90 minutes. But I'm usually done in an hour, and I stay on for questions after for as long as they are.
Anna, how much is the application fee?
I don't know.
It used to be $75. I don't know if it's still there.
I don't know.
All right, sorry about that. We got to look into that. I heard the topic of GPA be mentioned as someone who had a really bad GPA in the graduate other sector. You don't need a GPA. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant GRE. As someone who had a really bad GPA in undergrad, are there aspects outside? Yes. So if you've been, working a while, if you can demonstrate, show us anything that you can about your competency in any particular related discipline, that would help. How long after we submit the application do we find out if we get into the program? Okay, there's another question. So Dirk, it's give us a couple of weeks, be on the safe side. If you don't hear from the school, come and bug us in another few weeks. Would the degree say online in it? No, it would just say CUNY. Is the coursework hard? As you can imagine, that's kind of a tough question to answer. It depends on, as a general observation, I would love to hear Jason chime on this as well. In general, programmers tend to breeze through the programming courses, but maybe struggle a bit with the math stuff. The mathematicians breeze through the math stuff, but struggle a bit with the programming stuff. It really depends on your sort of background and competency that you bring in.
I would like to say my course is rigorous, and anybody who puts the effort in can do okay, but it, so much depends on what you're willing to put into it.
You realize that rigorous means hard.
It means thorough.
Okay.
To me.
All right.
You have to study.
Yeah. It is a master's program. It's a graduate program. But I hope you come out well prepared.
And when we say, if you're working and we recommend taking only 2 courses per semester because you have a full-time job, you should, follow our advice, because it gets tough, and it gets, there's a lot, not only tough, but there's a lot of work.
But I'd say all our faculty are very understanding and approachable. And if you communicate when things get challenging, ask questions or just explain your situation, we try to be understanding and flexible as best we can.
Does the program take AI into account? I was set on doing a data science degree until AI GPT started upending everything. Now I wonder if anything in data science is changing, if everything in data science is changing. We don't currently teach real AI. We teach machine learning.
Well, okay, I won't go there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't go there. As I think I mentioned before, I'm working with a few people on trying to scope out what a foundation model course would look like, which is large language model, which would cover what is commonly referred to as AI. Jason mentioned the independent study. So we're clearly going there. I mean, I love ChatGPT. I think it's a wonderful research tool. It's like having your own private tutor. Just as long as you have the good sense to sort of check it before you start using it. And we're definitely heading in that direction. But
I
it's
would
gonna be-
argue if we do our job well, you'll recognize that ChatGPT is really just machine learning and really sophisticated probability models. It's not really
True.
AI, but
That's true. That is true.
when you get through my course, I hopefully you can know the difference.
Calculus, linear algebra, I get, probability I get, but should I be taking calculus classes over the summer? No.
No,
I don't think so, Antonio. I think if you have some knowledge of integral and differential calculus, you know what those things are. I think that's fine. Jason, would you agree?
yeah, I'm going to throw a link. So on March 8th, my March 8th lecture, I have a handful of slides. I do a crash course in calculus of the concepts I think you know. So yeah, I don't think calculus, if you care, linear, I would spend more time on linear algebra than calculus, quite frankly. You don't need to know how to do calculus, but it would be nice if you knew what an integral or a derivative was, or in limits. But like I said, in the slide deck I just threw in the chat, those sort of, I take about 10 minutes to talk about those concepts. So don't spend your time there. And look, my undergraduate's in mathematics. I feel like I'm a mathematician, so hurts me a little bit to say that, but it's true.
Yeah, I don't know what happens then on 605, Arthur. Do they?
A lot of linear algebra stuff, if I remember.
I'm a freshman, so I only took one math course. I continue to take those classes and join future intermediate education. What year do you think it's best to join the program? You need a bachelor's degree in order to be considered for the program. So my folks would be, concentrate on getting your undergrad degree first. If you want to sort of get a better understanding of what's involved in data science, then I would suggest you, go to either the Johns Hopkins program or the Wesleyan program, just get a better sense of it. Are the recommendations optional or mandatory? Oh, no, the MOOCs, the recommendations purely optional. We just offer these things, these free things for those people who either don't really have a math or a tech background, who are interested in data science, and these things will adequately prepare you for taking the challenge exam and applying into the program. What entry-level job would be good before we start this program? I mean, I wouldn't presume to recommend an entry-level job, but any job that involves data would probably be a good place to be, and that could be in any kind of industry. And a lot of our students are, they range in all kinds of levels, from junior level kind of data analyst type of jobs to full-blown data scientist jobs. I know this is a financial question, but does SUNY allow students to make interest-free payments during the semester?
I don't know. I'm putting the information for the Office of the Bursar
Okay, all right.
on the chat, so they will know how to better answer that question.
If I do not have a formal background in computer science, so self-taught math, if I pass a job, would I be eligible to apply? Yes. And there's a lot of us self-taught practitioners in the program, so I wouldn't worry about that. So there wouldn't be a need to take say, a university extension course. No, but again, these things are free if you want to get just a better understanding of what we do. It's optional. You can check it out. went through these slides quite quickly. Where can we access the slides later?
I think marketing sends them to the people that are registered on the.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we do,
Is
right?
that- I know the yeah, I think this. Oh, I don't know. Because they don't have the slides, they have the recording. Oh, okay, email me and I can send you the slides. Hold on, I'm gonna put my email here.
Okay. Are you covering Apache Spark in your DL 622 machine learning and big data? Yes, we will. Either that or Hadoop, we're not really sure, but yes, we're putting big data back in machine learning course. How often do you have students from pure math? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if I've had anybody with pure math. I came from pure math, so I'm,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, I will.
And he turned out well, so
I
yeah,
turned out okay, I guess. I don't know.
not like some people. Yeah.
Oh, somebody has an education background. So my doctorate is in educational psychology.
You know, Jason, I wouldn't say
What?
that. That's just it.
I like
but-
my ed psych
I
background.
know,
Like,
it is valued.
so yes, I would love to have an education person. But here I'm going to use this is the opportunity. One of my favorite quotes is John Tukey, statistician who you should know from the last century. He said, and I think I might paraphrase it a bit. I might not get it exactly. He says, one of the greatest things about being a statistician is you get to play in everybody's sandbox. And I think you can replace statistician with data scientist.
That is true.
The skill set is applicable to virtually any discipline. So if you like education, great. If you like finance, great. If you like marketing, great. These skills are applicable to all those.
Pharmaceuticals, healthcare.
COVID, like how many COVID projects have you
Yeah.
seen in the last 3 years, right?
Yeah, quite a bit. Does the program offer any career services? There is a small career service center in the group. I've helped students get jobs, so it's not a formal thing, but you know, we're here to help. Do you take students from a kinesiology background? Okay, education major. Jason, what does that mean?
Movement of the body, according to Google. I had to Google it. So
So the answer is sure.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Sounds
probably.
technical to me. Can you guys touch on the NYU Tandem Bridge Partner Program? Is this a master's program or a partner that with a bridge program progress with a master's degree? The NYU Tandem Bridge Partner Program is an extensive program. It's not like our bridge workshops. It's really an uber intensive, either 18-month or 24-month program designed for non-STEM majors to prepare them for any STEM master's degree. So that means science, technology, math, engineering. So it's very, very extensive. Our bridge workshops are free, and they're only 3 weeks, and they're really just focused on R, math, and SQL. So yes, I mean, the NYU bridge program would certainly prepare you for our institution, as well as probably any other STEM degree in any other university. It's just that, you know, it might be overkill just for our degree program. What's the difference between data science and data analytics? I don't know. I think data science is a better term. It's being used more frequently. I associate data analytics with more sort of descriptive analytics or business intelligence, where data science is really about, you know, the creation design of models of, you know, complex mathematical equations that approximate, real world scenarios to either make predictions or to classify things or prescribe certain things. So it's just a lot more sophisticated. What is the niche strength of this CUNY program compared to others? I would say this is I think as Jason hinted at, it's a fairly, rigorous and comprehensive quantitative and technical degree program that would prepare you for, any kind of data science job. It doesn't have any particular one orientation. It's an independent kind of program, as opposed to a data science program in a business school that might focus on, business intelligence, or a data science program in a marketing school that would be really more about customer analytics and customer behavior. We're sort of discipline agnostic about that.
And then we're 100% online, which allows you to, go to school without being there. Most of other programs, they do have a person, component. That makes a difference for us. And it's asynchronous, so you can study on your own time.
Within 15 weeks.
Yes, within 15 weeks.
Right.
And you have to watch the recordings.
Yeah. Are we covering topics related to reinforcement learning, deep learning with transformers, and data science applied to business? Well, we do cover deep learning. We do not cover reinforcement learning or transformer models yet. Again, I mentioned that, foundation models, which would cover it. And data science applied to business, yeah, I think, as Jason mentioned and Anna mentioned, it's really could apply to any business. So yes, there are very practical applications for it. And in most of the courses you'll take, you'll be asked to do a project to sort of apply in practical terms what you've learned to either a business problem or some issue that you've identified. My bachelor's degree is from China and it's being evaluated. Okay, that's good. Is it required to send the original degree?
Yes. I just put the link
Okay, all right.
on the page, but yes, you are required to send the originals from China. I think as part the SpanTrans application evaluators asked for that as well. So, but I did put you the information on the chart for you to see.
Is there employer financing option? Monica, you'd have to ask your employer about that.
Yes, if your employer does pay for you, we have many students that have that. They go to the bursar and they give them like a letter from the employer, and then at the end of the semester, we send a letter, or we give you a letter saying that you are enrolled and that you had some employers ask for GPA, some others don't, and you get refunds. Or on your employer can either refund you or pay the school directly, but yes, that's done.
Where can I find previous admission stats in terms of average enrolled GPA?
Yeah, we don't share that.
Yeah, I mean, I can just tell you, I would say the majority of people who finish their applications and submit are admitted, and about that breaks down. It changes semester to semester, but I think about half of them are fully admitted, and about half of them are what we call conditionally admitted, where they have to take one or all three of the free bridge workshops in order to qualify for enrollment in the program. I am interested in writing research papers related to transportation and marketing based on data science. Is there an opportunity to receive guidance during the master's program? Yes. Many of your courses will involve a project, and in your last course, the so-called capstone course, you'll be asked to develop a research paper, a quantitative research paper, and you get to, pick the topic. So I would encourage you to do that in that course. Basically, your instructor is your basic thesis guidance counselor. Can you clarify how the asynchronous classes operate? It sounds from Jason's earlier that there were weekly optional Zoom meetings, at least for some cases, but that's Zoom meeting weekly. Most assignments are given and submitted weekly or bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. So the asynchronous part is, posting things on the discussion board, reading the assigned readings, doing the assigned work. That's done all on your own pace. The synchronous part is the live video classes each week, but those are recorded. So if you can't make that session, obviously we would prefer you to make the session, but if you can't, you can always watch the recording. And of course, you can always reach out to your instructor.
Yep.
Are
I'll take this one.
Okay.
Right now, I think we're focused on R and Python. I think Julia is a bit young. I think if we start to see Julia pop up as a requirement in sort of job postings, we'll probably look at it more. I don't want to go into the R and Python debate. The answer to that question or the debate, if you follow it, is you need to know R and Python. It's not R or Python. And so that's kind of the tactic we take. I am much more of an R user, but I'm more on the statistics side of things, and R is really geared for that. But I dabble in Python when I need to. So, and as a data scientist, that's kind of what you're going to have to do. We do other things like there's, like in the visualization course, there's other like D3 and other kind of visualization tools that you'll learn that are specific for that kind of domain. So it's not all R and Python. You'll learn the tools that are most, I think, prevalent in the marketplace.
How do I do the bridge program? We have to apply. And then based on the results of your challenge exam, we'll decide on whether you need to take a bridge workshop. But for all either fully accepted or conditionally accepted applicants, we offer the bridge program for free. Currently, the school that does not have much experience in SQL. Are there study guides available for each of these classes, or is expected for students to reach out? Okay, Jason, you're.
Oh no, you'll just send the list of MOOCs, I think, and yeah, you can apply and the bridge workshop. Yeah, I don't think you need to have a ton of experience with those things, but some exposure would be nice.
What will be your recommendation? The best way to prepare for the data science, analytical skills. Well, Victoria, yeah, I mean, check out these massively open online courses and familiarize yourself with it. If you have good analytical skills, that's a big advantage.
Look, I put a lot of my course materials online too. The link's already in the chat, not in the Q&A section. You could review what my syllabus for this semester and judge for yourself if you think it's, watch a lecture and see what you think.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. I only know pre-calc.
Yeah, perfect.
Challenge for me? No,
Nope.
I think you could do fine. I study humanities. Would it be possible to succeed in the program? Yes, we really want more people with a humanities background. And again, we encourage you to check out these MOOCs to, just familiarize yourself with the kinds of things that are involved in the program. Like what Jason did. Do you recommend a major
in just math? No.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I got a math degree before data science was ever uttered. So it's not, that's not the path. Like, I think, I don't know. This gets to philosophical. I think a good, strong liberal arts undergrad is great. And then you're going to specialize and you're going to find an area you like that you want to apply this to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will these slides be shared? Yes, please reach out to us and we'll send you the deck. We'll receive a recording of the session. I think you will. Is that true, Anna?
Yes, I
Yes.
think so. Mhm.
It's good to know that. Can you post the MOOCs in the chat? Let's see, why not?
I don't know if the links are going to.
Yeah. This will be
They
interesting.
might.
They might.
Email me and I'll send you the.
Arthur will try.
Is that everybody? No, wait a minute. I gotta
Oh,
see
that,
everything.
Anna, when does the challenge exam? You kind of get it sent sometime during the application process. It's not like all at once. Is that right?
When you start the application process, there's one page that takes you to the challenge exam, after you submit, a bunch of documents. I don't know exactly. I think it's the last thing that you have to submit,
Mhm.
but I'm not 100% sure on that.
There's-
And you can save it and get to it afterwards.
I can't seem to cut and paste, so why don't we just send you the.
Yeah.
Yeah, send me an email and I'll send you the MOOCs.
There's 3 parts to the challenge exam. There's sort of general math, I would say algebra, like kind of pre-calc stuff, not calculus, but pre-calc content. There's a section on R programming and a section on SQL, but sort of on the basic level.
Yeah, with the skills, yes, it would.
No.
I'm currently doing it, or is it for people who want a career in data science? No, it's for anyone who deals with data, so it's not necessarily just for data scientists. It sounds like a good idea. Can you please enter your email so I may request the slides in chat links? Sure. Doing that. I'm a biomedical science PhD. Can I apply for the degree? Yes, please. For the tuition, I can pay monthly. Do you have a payment plan? You have to check the bursar's office to see what payment plan they offer. What is the acceptance rate? As I mentioned, most people who go through the entire application process, most of them are accepted, either conditionally accepted or initially fully accepted. In your opinion, what sets apart from others? Well, I think in my first slide, I just tried to say, you get really very practical, hands-on experience with people who are currently in the field using, industry best practice tools at a very, very reasonable price. And that's probably why, Fortune magazine and these other magazines have rated us as one of the top programs in the country. What is the difference in the certificate program compared to the master's? Not sure what you mean by the certificate program. This is a master's program. It's academically accredited Master's of Science and Data Science program. How long would it take the program to finish? It really varies. Some people do it as fast as 2 years. Doing it, basically being full-time students. We do not recommend that, particularly for those people who are working full-time. And it takes some as long as 4, 5, 6 years to finish it.
The average is 2.5 years.
2.5. Is it? Wow. Okay, great. Acceptance rate, we kind of don't. Are all courses offered?
No,
No.
core courses are offered during the spring and fall semesters. We do not have a winter term, and during the summer, we only offer electives, which are also offered during spring and fall.
What teachers' projects are. have the opportunity to help you guys with your projects.
So this usually comes organically through my course. I'll talk about my research areas, and then if students are interested, some reach out and they want to participate in some way, either through an independent study or else, other ways. So I just, we're running low on time. I don't want to take a lot of time talking about my particular research, but you can email me or Google my name and you'll find my stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get through this quickly, given time. Are all lectures recorded? The answer is yes. How many chances do you get to pass the test to get accepted to the school?
Well, the challenge exam is it really pass? It's like, if you don't pass, quote unquote, pass, you have to, then you're conditionally accepted. You got to do the bridge workshop.
Well,
Is that what you mean?
no, no.
Oh,
No,
okay.
No, if you really
If
don't,
you really do, I mean, if you don't,
you have to develop
You have to
some
be-
level of competency on the challenge exam.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can, flunk it, and that's when we say, hey, check out these MOOCs, get up to
Yeah.
speed, apply again next semester, which
Yeah.
people have done.
people have done, yes.
Okay. That project could originally be in transcript agenda be say, yes, Kevin, but
No, Kevin, no, the transcript has to go directly to admissions. It cannot go
transferred to you. I didn't see that. Thank
To-
God that Anna reads these things. Okay, yes. You can't go to, it has to be an official transcript to go directly to us,
yes, directly to admissions.
to admissions, sorry, us being the school.
Yes.
GRE scores are not necessary. That is absolutely correct. How many recommendations are needed? 2. Is this meeting mandatory?
I'll say,
Okay, all right. Arnie?
attending is not required, but watching the recording is.
But it's strongly encouraged.
It is strong. You will I think you will find value in it.
Yeah. Are there any classes that focus on geospatial data? No, but there have been many students that I've had in the capstone course that did geospatial projects.
Yep, I had 2 students doing an independent study with it.
Differences in different phenomenon based on where things are. I lost track here.
Sorry, I'm trying to clear them out so I make sure we get everything.
Okay.
How many recommendation letters? Did we answer that?
Yeah, 2.
No.
2.
Oh, 2. Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Could you please share a link to the curriculum? I think
It's in the
did you already
chat.
do that? It's in the chat. How many units is each bridge course? I am trying to calculate my total cost in case. No, the bridge workshops are free. So you don't have to, and they're not, they don't carry academic credits.
They're 3 weeks.
Yeah, they're basically, bridge workshops are basically for those applicants who have demonstrated basic competency in the challenge exam, but we feel need some brushing up on things before, to ensure they'll be successful in our program. And we cleared all the questions within 5 minutes to spare. So
Yeah.
why don't we leave it open just for a little bit longer and see if
We answered 109 questions.
I know. Wow, this was
this may be a new record.
I think it might be. Well done, folks. That's
Wow.
and if we accidentally closed it without actually answering it, you can throw it back up.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
you're welcome.
Means you conditionally accepted means you need to take 1 or more bridge workshops.
Take and pass.
Take and pass. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. Thank
I
you.
got my email. Okay. When I put my email on the chat, don't you guys
What?
see? I put my email like 3 times. And I
Yeah.
thought it gets there. I mean, I thought everyone can see it.
Do you have everyone in the chat?
Yeah,
Oh, oh.
Somebody's asking if they have random classes they took at community college. I think you only need a transcript of where you earned your degree, right?
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, only, yes, we need to know that you have a bachelor's degree
Yeah.
and we have
We
to
need
have at least 100 and something credits.
Oh, Anna, I had this issue. The in the chat, it defaulted to just hosts. You got to change that little
Yeah,
the
you got to
two
change
box.
it to everyone.
So
I have it, everyone,
Oh, I'm not seeing it either.
We'll put it, can you put it? in
because
the-
I put it on the questions, I put it on the Q&A.
Yeah, but
not-
I don't
Oh.
think they can see the Q&A, can they?
If I write the answer, yes, they should, because you can answer
Oh,
private.
yeah. All right, well, that's right, yeah.
All right, well, Eric,
And put it in
The bridge,
chat as well. It's in the chat now for everyone to see.
there we go.
oh,
Yep.
yeah, there you go. So the bridge
Oh, you
workshop,
only see
They can only
yours.
see their questions.
Oh, okay.
Conditionally accepted, I think, is based upon the challenge exam.
that's Anna's email, as well as Jason's email, as well as my email. Bridge workshops are asynchronous, like the other courses. They're 3 weeks long.
Mhm.
Do you need a bachelor's degree? No, yes, you need a bachelor's degree. We do not accept anyone who does not have a bachelor's degree from an accredited school.
Red workshops, 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
And we hold them during the summer and during the winter for,
Yeah, July 9 to July 26.
and then
All right, well, we're coming up on the hour. I want to thank everyone for, I'm interested maybe for, how can I transfer to other, assuming I do well in your program?
That's a question for that where you would do your doctorate. There are, that's
Too many.
too many
Yeah.
variables. I can tell you from experience, I started a master's at one school and went to a doctoral program at a different school, and not everything transferred over because there's generally pretty large residency requirements for PhD programs, meaning you have to take the vast majority of the credits at that institution.
And then once again, yes, the presentation materials will be available. Please reach out to Anna or me or Jason. So thank you all. Special thanks to Jason and Anna and our team for joining. And we'll stay in touch.
Yeah. Thanks,
Good luck.
everyone. 126 went through the Q&A. Wow.
yeah.
All right, great job, guys.
Have a good night, everyone.
All right.